Welcome back to Interview Mock Lab podcast. Have you ever walked into an interview feeling, pretty prepared, only to have that very first question, tell me about yourself, just stop you cold?
Oh, absolutely. It happens all the time.
Yeah, it's that moment where your mind either goes completely blank or you suddenly feel like you need to tell them everything, like starting from kindergarten.
Exactly. People either freeze or they just ramble.
Bruh.
It's tough because it's so open-ended.
Right. What do they actually want to know? It feels like a trap sometimes. But today we're going to cut through all that confusion. We've got a really powerful, sort of easy to remember framework. It helps you build an answer that's not just okay, but genuinely impressive. Every single time.
That's the goal.
We're talking about turning that initial kind of scary moment into your first big win in the interview.
And that's so important. Many candidates treat, tell me about yourself, like it's just a warm-up, casual chat before the real questions.
Yeah, like small talk.
But that's a huge misstep, this question. It's arguably one of the most critical. It's your chance to, frame the entire conversation. It sets the tone, shapes that crucial first impression, and positions you right from the get-go.
So a good answer shows you're prepared
Right.
and confident.
Totally. It shows preparation, strong communication, strategic thinking, all in that first minute. We want you walking in ready to, lead.
I think you've nailed why it's so tricky, though. It feels like an invitation to just talk freely, but it's actually more like a test. Can you focus? Can you pick out what's important? Without a clear plan, it's just so easy to drift.
Precisely. Interviewers aren't actually asking for your life story. They've seen your resume, they have the basic facts. What they're trying to do, really quickly, is figure out your relevance for this job, for their company culture.
Okay. So relevance is key.
It is. They want to see the fit, your potential value, your professional vibe, all wrapped up neatly. It's your chance to connect the dots for them, to show why you're not just any candidate, but maybe the candidate.
Okay, so how do we do that? How do we give them the right info, the right kind of info, without, getting lost? We mentioned a method, a really memorable one. It's called the SEAT method.
That's right. SEAT.
And it's easy to remember because, you'll be sitting in a seat at your interview, whether it's in person or online. Simple trick, but it works.
It really does. And each letter in SEAT stands for a key thing that hiring managers are listening for, whether they realize it or not. Hit these 4 points, and you show clarity, focus, and that you get what matters professionally. It's about a polished, strong start.
All right, let's break it down. First letter, S for skills. Now, this isn't just listing everything you can do, is it? Gotta be strategic.
Absolutely strategic. You want to highlight what we often call power skills, those competencies that are valuable pretty much everywhere. Think about the job description beforehand. Pick out the top 2 or 3 skills they mentioned that you really excel at. And when you start your answer, maybe kick it off with something like, thank you for giving me the opportunity to interview for this position with your company. I have the skills to match the job description.
Okay, and are there specific skills that are almost always winners, ones you'd recommend focusing on? Because just saying, I'm skilled is kind of vague.
Yeah, good point. We generally suggest focusing on 3 core skills that nearly every manager values. First up, problem solving.
Okay.
This isn't just fixing small things. It's about showing you can take initiative, think critically, and stay resilient when things get complex or unexpected, taking the lead.
Makes sense. What's number 2?
Second is communication. Being clear, listening well, handling interactions professionally, emails, calls, meetings, you name it. It's about making sure everyone's on the same page.
Crucial. And the third?
Third is being a collaborator. Working well in a team, basically. Sharing ideas, supporting colleagues, pulling together towards the company goals.
Problem solving, communication, collaboration. Got it.
Yeah. These 3 are foundational. They tell the interviewer a lot about how you'll actually perform and fit in.
Okay, that covers S nicely. So after skills, we move to E, education and experience. This is where people often get bogged down, right? Trying to recite their whole CV.
Exactly, and that's what we want to avoid. Here, it's all about relevance and being concise. Briefly mention your key education qualification if it's relevant. Maybe your degree, perhaps a specific area of study if it aligns well, like excellent grades in analytical subjects like data science, not just my chosen subjects.
Just a quick snapshot.
Exactly, a credibility booster. Then you briefly touch on your experience, but focus on the parts that really showcase what you can bring to this company, this role.
So not every single task you've ever done. Pick the highlights again. Any specific types of experience that usually hit home?
Yeah, definitely focus. 2 types of experience tend to resonate really well. First, Mention working on teams.
Okay.
Whether they were small teams or big ones, just reinforces that collaboration skill we talked about. Vital everywhere. Second, highlight delivering on time-sensitive projects.
Ah, managing deadlines.
Right, it shows you're reliable, efficient, you can handle pressure. That's almost always a must-have. So you're not just listing jobs, you're showing capability.
Okay, S for skills, E for education and experience. Concise and relevant. Now, A, achievements. This sounds like the place to really, show off a bit.
It is, but strategically. Here's the
Yeah.
key thing. Talk about just one significant achievement.
Only one, really. Not like my top three.
Just one, ideally. Think about impact. Psychology tells us one strong, well-explained achievement sticks in the mind much better than a list. You want that powerful single impression. And it can be from work or even a significant personal win, as long as it shows a valuable quality.
Okay, one powerful story. Can you give an example? How do you make it impactful?
Sure, so instead of just, I won Employee of the Month.
Right, kind of dry.
Yeah. You could say something like, in my last role, I was recognized as Employee of the Month because I actually developed a new process for X, which resulted in Y improvement. Quantify it if you can.
Ah, show the result, the impact.
Exactly. Or maybe, I received praise from my manager for my flexibility and how I brought creative solutions to the team during a challenging project transition. The point is, stating you're a high achiever and backing it up with a concrete example tells them you'll likely bring that same drive and success to their company. It's predictive.
That makes a huge difference. It's the story behind the achievement. Okay, SEA, finally, to the type of person you are. This feels a bit abstract. How do we talk about our character without sounding generic? Like, everyone says they're a team player.
Right, you want to avoid those cliches. This part is about your professional values, your work ethic, how you approach things. It's about showing you're a good fit, culturally, and that you understand what makes a valuable employee. And you do that by describing actions and mindsets, not just using adjectives.
Okay, so show, don't just tell.
Precisely. A strong way to phrase it might be something like, I am the type of person who takes responsibility for difficult challenges, consistently acts as a positive role model for the company, and is committed to my own professional development to ensure I'm always adding value to the team.
Wow, okay. That's much stronger than just saying I'm responsible and positive. It shows how.
Exactly. It paints a picture of someone who's accountable, proactive, influential in a good way, and growth-oriented. These are the traits companies are really looking for.
Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of SET skills, education experience, achievement type of person. But the real test is putting it all together smoothly, right?
Yes, weaving it into one coherent, impactful answer.
This is where it gets really interesting. Can you give us the full example? Let's hear how it sounds all put together.
Absolutely. Okay, imagine you're asked, tell me about yourself. Here's how a seat-structured answer might sound. Thank you for this opportunity to interview for the role name position at company name. THES, skills. I'm confident I have the core skills needed for this role, especially those highlighted in the job description. I'm a proactive problem solver, comfortable tackling complex issues, and a clear communicator, ensuring smooth interactions both internally and externally. I also really thrive when collaborating closely with colleagues to hit our team goals. Indication and experience. Academically, I graduated with strong results in mentioned relevant field, AGG, business analytics. Professionally, my experience includes successfully working within both agile project teams and larger departments, and I have a proven track record of delivering high-quality work on time-sensitive projects. Achievements. I consider myself a high achiever focused on impact. For instance, in my previous role, I was named Employee of the Month after I identified an inefficiency and implemented a new workflow that reduced processing time by about 15% for our team. T type of person. Fundamentally, if you hire me, you'll find I'm the type of employee who takes ownership, especially during challenges, strives to be a positive influence and role model for the company culture, and is genuinely committed to continuous learning and professional development to ensure I consistently bring value. I'm really looking forward to discussing how my background aligns further with this opportunity.
Wow, okay, that flows really well. It's concise, it hits all the key points, it sounds confident. You immediately get a strong sense of the candidate.
That's the idea. Polished, relevant, impactful.
So having the structure is great, but delivering it well is also key, right? What tips do you have for making sure it lands effectively?
Excellent point. The delivery is just as important as the words themselves. There are 3 essential tips to make sure your seat answer really shines.
Okay, lay 'em on us. Tip number 1.
Tip number 1 is practice. Simple, but crucial. This is likely the very first thing you'll say in substance, so you absolutely have to practice it. And I don't mean just reading it in your head. Say it out loud.
Right. Big difference.
Huge difference. Practice with a friend,
Yeah.
family member, record yourself on your phone, or, yeah, even just talk to the mirror. It builds that muscle memory so it sounds smooth and natural, not robotic or like you're making it up as you go.
Yeah, you want confident and natural, not hesitant or like you memorized a script word for word.
Exactly. Fluidity is the goal. Okay, tip number 2. Maintain eye contact.
Ah, the nonverbals.
Super important. Looking the interviewer in the eye shows confidence, honesty, engagement, not like an intense stare down.
Uh-huh, yeah, not creepy.
No, just comfortable, consistent eye contact. It says, I'm present, I'm connected, I'm confident in what I'm saying. Looking away too much, up at the ceiling, down at your notes, it can signal nervousness or even disinterest.
Definitely want to avoid that right at the start. It builds that initial connection. Okay, practice, eye contact. What's the third tip?
Tip number 3 is keep it concise. Aim for around 60 seconds.
Only a minute.
Approximately, yeah. People often wonder how long it should be. Remember, this is your opening statement, not your closing argument. The interviewer has the whole rest of the interview to dig deeper. This is about making a strong first impression, covering the C points efficiently, and showing you respect their time. Going on for like 3 or 4 minutes here can make you seem unfocused.
Okay, 60 seconds. Practice out loud. Maintain eye contact. That seems doable. Fantastic advice. So you combine that seat method skills, education experience, achievement, type of person with these delivery tips, and you've got a really solid way to handle that first question.
You really do.
Mastering this sets such a strong foundation. It boosts your own confidence walking in, and it immediately tells the interviewer you're prepared, articulate, and serious. You've basically got a fantastic framework now to tackle tell me about yourself with real impact.
And remember, knowledge is great, but it's most valuable when you actually apply it. Take these ideas, practice them, go into that next interview ready to make a truly great first impression. Think of it as your strategic opening move.
Well said. We really hope this look at the tell me about yourself question has been useful for you. For more interview strategies like this, top scoring answer examples, and all the tips you need to really succeed in your job search, definitely tune in and subscribe to the Interview Mock Lab channel. We're here to help you shine.
Best of luck with your interviews.
Yeah, all the very best. Go out there and make a great impression.